queen. So here's our queen right here. You can see her, and you can see her brood pattern looks pretty solid. I'm going to pull the next frame out. We're going to clip her first. I'll show you how I do that. I just take a little cage, set it over the top of her, and then let her climb up inside of the cage before I close it, because I don't want to hurt her or accidentally smash her abdomen. So she's trying to fit through the bars on my... There we go. Oh. I want to make sure not to close her in there or damage her. Really, sister? There she goes. There she went in on her own. So now she's inside the cage. I'll set her down. And we want to look at the brood from the frame next door, just for curiosity's sake, just to make sure that she's doing her job before we sell her to somebody. She's producing. She's doing a nice job here. Pretty tight pattern. She's gone back and filled in all the holes, or they've got nectar or pollen for her. So I'm happy with her work. I'm convinced that she's going to be a nice queen. The colony is allowing me to manipulate them and handle them without any aggression. That also makes me happy. I want to be able to mess with them without my gloves on, with my cameraman standing next to me and not getting stung up. That's also important, right? You don't want bees that are going to attack your kids or your dog every time you go out. That takes the fun out of beekeeping if you're getting tore up every time you go out there. So we're going to cover them back up. They will make a new queen using some of her eggs, or excuse me, young larvae. They'll use some of her young larvae to satisfy the situation of queenlessness. So now we're going to put her in her cage. We close up the hive. We pull out the cage that we had for her. And what we're going to do is encourage her up into the cage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of hold on to the cage with one hand, and I'm going to cover the edge of the cage with my other hand. And then I'm going to open it up and see if we can't get her to walk inside. Let me see if I can turn it over, in fact. Let me turn it over so you guys can see. See if I can manipulate my fingers for this. There we go. So now we're just going to ask her to walk into the cage. If her attendants go with her, I'm totally okay with that too. They don't have to, but there we go. So now I've got several of her friends inside the cage with her. You can see her walking around inside with her buddies. I'm going to close the cage on her. And that's it. So now this queen will go home with my customer